Good morning, students. Today we are discussed about transposable genetic elements. This is the topic we studied in genetics for MSc previous students. So, transposable genetic elements, or we can say jumping or mobile genes. Much of the investigations of the classical genetics have been devoted to the localization of genes on chromosomes. Chromosome mapping, genetic mapping depends on the assumptions that genes do not move from one position to another. To great extent, this hypothesis has been found correct. In fact, most genes occupy fixed sites on the chromosomes, and the overall structure of the genetic map is practically invariant. However, in early 1940, researchers have found that some DNA sequences, like genes, can actually change their position. These mobile elements have been variously called jumping genes, mobile elements, cassettes, insertion sequences, and transposons. The formal name for this family of mobile genes is transposable elements, and their movement is called transposition. The term transposon was coined by Hedges and Jacob in 1974 for a DNA segment which could move from one DNA molecule to other and carried resistance for antibiotic ampicillin. Transposable elements can be defined as small mobile DNA sequences that move around chromosomes with no regard for homology and insertion of these elements may produce deletions, inversions, chromosomal fusions, and even more complicated rearrangements. Next is discovery. Transposable elements were discovered by Barbara McClintock through the analysis of genetically instability in maize corn. The instability involved in chromosome breakage and was found to occur at sites where transposable elements were located. In McClintock analysis, the events of breakage were detected by following the loss of certain genetic markers. In some experiment, McClintock used a marker that controlled the deposition of pigmentation in the aileron, which is the outermost layer of endosperm, is triploid, being produced by the union of two maternal nuclei and one paternal nuclei. McClintock marker was an allele of the C locus on the short arm of chromosome 9. Since the allele C1 is the dominant inhibitor of aileron coloration, any kernel possessing it should be colorless. McClintock fertilized CC ears with pollen from C11 tassels, producing kernels in which the endosperm was C1 and CC. Although producing kernels in which the endosperm was C1CC, although many of these kernels were colorless as expected, some showed patches of brownish purple pigment. McClintock guessed that in such mosaics, the inhibitory C1 allele had been lost sometime during endosperm development, leading to a clone of tissue that was capable of producing pigment. The genotype in such a clone would be CC, where the dash indicates loss of the C1 allele. Further study demonstrated that C1 allele had been lost through chromosome breakage. Break at the site labeled by the arrow would detach a segment of the chromosome from its centromere, creating an acentric fragment. Such a chromosomal fragment tends to be lost during cell division, so all the descendants of this cell would lack part of the paternal chromosome. Since the lost fragment carried the C1 allele, none of the cells in this clone would be inhibited from forming pigment, and if any of them produced a part of the aileron, a patch of color would appear. McClintock established that such kernel mosaics frequently resulted from breaks at a particular site on chromosome 9. She named the factor that produced these breaks DS for dissociation. In her experiment, the chromosome that carried the C1 allele also carried the DS factor, dissociation factor. However, by itself, the dissociation factor was not capable of inducing chromosome breakage. She found that dissociation had to be activated by another factor called AC for activator. The activator factor was present in some maize stalks but absent in others. By crossing different stalks, activator factor could be combined with dissociation factor, creating the condition that led to chromosome breakage. This two factor system, AC and DS, activator and dissociation factor family, provide an explanation for the genetic instability that McClintock had observed on chromosome 9 of maize. Her further studies have established both activator and dissociation are members of a family of transposable elements. These elements are structures related to each other and can insert at many different sites on the chromosomes. In fact, there are often multiple copies of the activator and dissociator elements present in the maize genome. Through genetic analysis, McClintock demonstrated that both activator and dissociator elements could move when one of these elements. Now, characteristics of transposable elements. Some salient features of the transposable elements are as follows. First, they were found to be DNA sequences that code for enzymes which bring about insertion identical copy of themselves into a new site. Transposition events involve both recombination and replication process which frequently mate two daughter generate two daughter copies of the original transposable elements. One copy remains at the parent site while the other appears at the target site. The insertion of transposable elements invariably disrupt the integrity of their target genes Next is 4. Since transposable elements carry signals for the initiation of RNA synthesis, they sometimes activate previously dormant genes. A transposable element is not a replicon. Thus, it cannot replicate apart from the host chromosome the way that plasmids and Fas can change. Next is no homology exists between the transposon and the target site for its insertion. Many transposons can insert at virtually any position in the host chromosome or into a plasmid. Some transposons seem to be more likely to insert a certain position hotspots but merely at base specific target sites. Now, the types of transposable element. Types of transposable element. First is IS, or we can say insertion sequences or simple transposons. The insertion sequences are shorter. They are 800 to 1500 base pair and do not code for protein. In fact, IS carry the genetic information necessary for their transposition of the gene for the enzyme transposes. There are different insertion sequences such as IS1, IS2, IS3, IS4 and so on in E. coli. Recently, IS21 has been reported in bacteria by Billets. Insertion sequences have been found in bacteriophages in F factor plasmid and many bacteria. Second is transposon or complex transposons. Transposon TRN are several thousand base pair long and have genes coding for one or more proteins. The hallmark of a transposon in which presence of identical inverted terminal repeat sequences, or we can say IR sequences of 8 to 38 base pairs. Each type of transposon has its own unique inverted repeat. On either side of a transposon is a short or direct repeat. If a transposon exists in a multiple copies, these direct repeats are of different base composition at each site where the transposon exit in the composition chromosome. The inverted terminal repeats, however, remain the same for a given transposition. The sequence into which a transposable element inserts is called the target sequences. During insertion of a transposon, the singular target sequence becomes duplicated and thus appears as direct repeats flanking the inserted transposable element. The direct repeats are not considered part of the transposon. These repeats sequences themselves act like IS insertion sequences like segments. And third is example of transposons is TN3 transposon of E. coli. The molecular structure of transposon TN of E. coli has been worked out in TN3 base pair contains three genes such as A, TNPR and BLA, coding respectively for the following proteins. First is transposes, which having 1015 amino acids and required for transcription. Trans. Second is a prepressor, also called a resolvase, containing 185 amino acids which regulate transposes. And third, beta lactamase enzyme, which confers resistance to the antibiotic ampicillin. On the both side of TN3 is an inverted. And second is bacteriophage. The bacteriophage MU mutator is a temperate bacteriophage having typical phase properties and could be regarded as a giant transposon. Phase mutator was thought to behave in a unique manner. Since it does not multiply in a lytic way, it always starts its life cycle by inserting itself into the E. coli chromosome at random locations. The resulting prophage often mutates the gene into which they become started. Thus, phase mutator was originally known for its mutagenic properties. During later part of phage life cycle, upon receipt of an appropriate signal, the mutator macrophage somehow generates its transposon but also activates the gene encoding for structural protein which package its DNA. Mutator phase also in transposing much often and other transposon providing nearly 100 new copies during its hour-long life cycle, like other transposons. Mutator phase has inverted repeats at or near the ends of its DNA and a short duplication with 5 base pairs of the bacterial DNA into which it is inserted. And third one is yeast TY elements. The yeast Saccharomyces cerevisiae carries about 35 copies of the transposable elements called TY in its haploid genome. These transposons are about 5900 base pairs long and are bounded at each end by a DNA segment called the delta sequences, which approximately of 340 base pair long. Each delta sequence is oriented in the same direction and forming a transposable elements. It's completed, students. Thank you.